Bitcoin is on the verge to have an imminent breakout, and I will show you what I believe where Bitcoin will be heading if we are getting this imminent breakout. And of course, I will also talk about the altcoins that I mentioned yesterday that I'm going to mention today that are lagging behind the big news event that just happened 2 days ago. If you want to know which coins that are and also make a lot of money here on this potential Bitcoin trade, then make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like this video, and also activate the bell so that you will never miss out these really important updates, even on a Sunday. And yeah, now let me show you what I found here for today. So we're going to start off here with the 1 hourly chart on Bitcoin. As you can see, we broke now above $51,200. There was some resistance that is gone, and we are now here in the bigger block of $51,400 to $52,000. So I believe that as long as Bitcoin can stay within that block, at some point we are going to see here continuation and another leg to the upside. It doesn't look like that we are getting this flush anymore that I was anticipating, which would bring us back here into our potential bounce area and potentially even a little bit lower than that, slightly under $50,000. It just doesn't look like that anymore. On the higher time, on the lower time frames, there should some sort of a short-lived correction be still occurring over the next couple of hours. But if that is not happening, then the higher time frames are proceeding and continue to push the Bitcoin price here into higher levels. So based on the 1 hourly chart, I would just wait for a reclaim of the Monday low if you're not in a long, and that would be a really still risky trade for me to enter here. But that is one option where you can start to build a position, I would say, so you can slowly build from their position. I would not go like 100% all in on that trade, on that specific position just here, but you can start nibbling a little bit. Then here on the liquidation levels for hourly chart, we see that this downward sloping trend line was broken. That was for me one of the first signs where I thought, okay, potentially we are starting to go here now to the upside and start liquidating all these shorts above us and take out that liquidity. We're right now in a retest of that downward sloping resistance line. If this retest is successful, we should see here a bounce back to the upside with continuation in direction of potentially $54,000. Also on the liquidation heat map, we see here imminent resistance is right now at $52,100. Everything else up here over the last couple hours, and beneath us is still $50,500. Yeah, technically a target for taking out some downside liquidity. But yeah, we are so much closer here to 52 right now that I really believe that we are going to see it push first and then will come down. Here on the 12 hourly chart, also again, everything is in alignment with what I said before. We are seeing here on the MACD that the selling pressure is fading out. Potentially tomorrow or after tomorrow, we are going to get here a bullish crossover once again. The stochastic RSI is winding up here to the upside, gave already a buy signal, and only the RSI is here going sideways a little bit. But this is because we have here a doji candle so far for today, but we have still over 3 hours to go to close that candle to see what actually is going to happen. But if we are closing the candle as it is, we should see continuation to the upside and a retest of $52,600, and that will be my next long entry. At least that's a safe one, and trade this to like potentially $57,000, $58,000 on that upwards move. Also here on the daily chart, here I only want to see that Bitcoin stays today above $51,500 approximately. If we can manage to do that here on a Sunday, then for me, nothing stands in the way to see a continuation to the upside. Lose that level or close this daily candle as it stands, we could potentially see then a reversal back to the downside, because this candle here, this inverted hammer, is a sign of a potential reversal to the downside if we are closing the candle as it is and we would start breaking here under $51,500. So I want you to be cautious here a little bit. for at least the next 3 hours before you take any positions. Look what Bitcoin is doing. If we can break above $52,000, that would be a safe entry for me. And I would also wait for like an hour or two to see some 1 hourly candles close above that level. Then here, the actual trade that I'm looking at here on this 4 hourly chart is this bull flag consolidation that we have seen. And it looks like that we are almost ready to break here above the downward sloping resistance line of that bull flag. So, and here again, $52,000 is the level to watch for a potential move here to the upside. As I just said, also on the daily chart, you know, $52,000 is the level that I'm looking at for entering a bigger long position here. So basically here, $52,068 is the entry level that I'm looking at. And I want to see a 1 hourly candle close above that before I enter this. And I just want to remind you, technically, the target of that bull flag is $59,500. Again, don't believe that we are getting there, but the potential is there. It is the technical target. But again, I don't believe that we are going to hit this when we see the price action unfolding and going up. I believe we are getting stopped at 57, 58, something like this, and then rolling over. But it's still good profit, you know, that we make on the way up here. So here on the weekly chart, you can basically see here on a stochastic RSI, when we close today, the weekly candle as it is, we will get an extension of the stochastic RSI, most likely something like here. And what does that tell me? That tells me if we are getting, let's say the line comes up here, this here is the rest of the room to go to the upside for me. So how high can that go? In my opinion, like I said, the 0.786 is the level to watch here. And I believe from there, or just slightly above it, we are going to roll over. And the weekly RSI will go with it. But because we have the halving, I believe at some point it's going to turn around just a little bit before the halving, you know, like 2 weeks before that or something. We'll be really short-lived. And then we are turning around here again into the halving, but then after the halving, we get the halving dump that we usually get. So something like this, in my opinion, could be occurring here over the next 2 to 4 weeks for Bitcoin going into the halving. And guys, don't forget, if you want to trade Bitcoin or also the altcoins that I'm going to show you right now, trade them on BYBIT. You still get $30,000 absolutely for free with my link here down below. And if you are not capable of making trading decisions by yourself, then I highly recommend you sign up on Margex. There you can copy trade basically the trades that I'm doing, but a little bit different than the other platforms. I am in control of the trade that's get executed on your account, like if I would be sitting behind your desk and making the trade. So that is so nice about that. So definitely check this out here with the link below. And if you want a debit card, if it's available in your country, sign up on BITGET. And otherwise, if you don't care about traditional copy trading and you just want the highest bonus in the industry, sign up on FAIRDESK. All these links are in the pinned comment below and in the description of the video, and supporting the channel, which is of course really important because without I could not do it, you know. So yeah, check this all out. Now the Bitcoin dominance saw here a nice drop over the last 3 days. Today we see some green on it, basically consolidation, which is fine. That is exactly what I also told you guys, what I would like to see here, the Bitcoin dominance, instead of just here drop, because then also the reversal and the bleeding for the altcoins is heavier than if we start here to drop gradually to the downside in the Bitcoin dominance. So here, even if we get tomorrow another green candle, it's fine, you know, as long as we are not breaking above 53%. And then the next day, I want to see here further continuation to the downside. I believe that this might be not here bottom indication. I think it's just some consolidation going on here before we go lower. Then Ethereum. Ethereum is breaking here also a little bit to the upside. We are trying to break here into the golden ratio. So you can see that for now we failed here on the daily chart, but we created again a new yearly high at 3,000. $52. So Ethereum is trying to move here to the ups. If I go here to a 12-hourly chart, you can see that we are here also consolidating and potentially bull flagging. A conservative bull flag target is $3,292. So if you want to trade Ethereum, it's not too late to get into this. On a 12-hourly chart, we are looking healthy to continue to go to the upside. Stochastic RSI gave here a strong buy indication with crossing over the trend line. And just watch what's going to happen here around the golden ratio here, the golden pocket of the Fibonacci extension level here at $3,085. If we break through that, let the trade run, because it's going to run then potentially to $3,600. If you see some struggle, either make your stop loss pretty tight or just take the money and run that you made on this small move here to the upside. Better a little bit profit or than actually ending up with a loss. Some altcoins are again outperforming heavily Bitcoin and the market overall. You see here GRT is one of them, AR is one of them. Also when I move here to this one, Filecoin, Ethereum, Optimism, they're all pumping today. Also LDO, and some of the altcoins are still lagging behind after the news event of Uniswap that they are switching to a revenue sharing model. So now I don't want to go through all the coins, so because it's quite a lot, so go through all the governance and staking tokens, but I want to show you some of them. So let's start here with SNX. SNX was pumping here a little bit. We see here this cup and handle pattern that I was talking about on the daily chart. So we are seeing here a small retracement that could be a good potential entry if you're not in it already. So here at $3.85 again, or a little bit higher, $3.92. So basically where we're sitting, both levels are fine to enter it and trade it to the technical target. Let's see, you enter here right now. So this is still almost a 19% move to the upside. You put 10x leverage on that, almost 200% on that trade here with that cup and handle breakout. So then DYDX was pumping shortly after Uniswap here massively to the upside. We see here now also an overdue correction from this massive pump. So I'm not surprised about that. If we come back to like $3.22, I will consider buying, but only if we bounce from there. So I want to see a bounce from there. I don't want to see this broken and we then basically here do something like this. I don't want to see this. So if we getting a nice bounce from there, I will be buying, because then here also again $4 might be the next target for DYDX in the short term. Then here AVI, and there's of course a good sign that we broke it. Also here some consolidation going on the lower time frames right now. If we can stay above $98.6, $97.86. So basically almost 80 cents from where we are right now. If we can bounce from that level, I will also consider opening a position here because there's also a really important area to hold here. If we break through that, then most likely we'll come back to like 92, maybe even $90. So I want to see that we are holding here $97.86. Then here LDO. LDO is also pumping, one of the staking protocols, liquid staking. Here we need to break $3.34 to move here into higher price levels. As long as we are not doing that, we are still a little bit trapped between $3.24 and $3.34. So it's like a 3% spread here. Once we see a break of $3.34 and you're not in it, this is the moment where you want to get in, because I believe once we're doing this, we're taking out the high here and going to see a run into a new high. Let me actually see, is this the highest? Yes. So this is the all-time high. So I believe we are going for a new all-time high here of around $5. And once we are breaking above $3.35 more or less. So that's my next target for LDO. And don't forget, I have a position already on LDO. I have also some other positions running heavily in profit. This is one account where I'm trading. You see everything nice and green. Just one trade, $8,000 in minus, but also this will yield at some point some profit. So I'm just waiting for that basically. Patience is key here still in the market. Then here Uniswap, big retracement right now. So here that ascending triangle did not play out. It was on a 30 minutes time frame. So I'm not that surprised that this did not work out. So here you can make the case that we have maybe something like this here going on. But still, we had here a massive pump. So I'm not surprised that we're coming back and revisit some other levels here right now. But yeah, here even on 4-hourly chart, it could make sense to have here like this falling wedge pattern or bull pennant before we see another breakout to the upside. I think there are a lot of people still sleeping on this. They are not understanding what's actually happening here. And therefore, I believe that all the projects that are offering governance staking and switching now to a revenue share model, that most of the people are still sleeping on this. They have not understand what's going to happen here. And that is, of course, good for you guys and good for me, because we can take advantage of that. So we can be the first movers here and yeah, buy the tokens natively, hold them on a Trezor or a Ledger, on a native wallet, and reap the rewards when they are then distributing revenue share. Of course, these other projects still need to catch up to this. Uniswap is setting a precedent right now, but I believe that most of the governance token projects will then follow suit really quickly. So, and once they do, you're gonna see the market will go absolutely ballistic. Now, Frax FXS is another one. So we have here this downward sloping channel that FXS is trading in. Here on the 4-hourly chart, it looks like that it wants to turn around based here on the stochastic RSI and potentially retest here $8.53. But yeah, if it keeps moving now to the downside, also this downwards trend will continue for a couple more hours. Let's see how the higher time frames are looking. Yeah, only the daily looks kind of good. So you can see here we got yesterday that pump on FXS, and that was again based on the Uniswap announcement. It just lagged behind a little bit. The key level to hold or to reclaim here is $8.54. Once we see that level there, I will consider a long entry. And yeah, if we move lower, then I would be buying around $8. So either we break $8.54 and move higher from there, or the next level will be $8 that I'm looking at. So, and these are the coins that I just wanted to show you really quick. I have made a Google Doc for you guys. So if you want to see all the other projects that I'm watching, then you should go here to this Google link. I will post the Google link under the video, so just check them out. I have also marked here which projects are already offering revenue share within the protocol and the ones that are not doing it right now. So, and you might want to focus mainly, but I can tell you, once you see these protocols that have not implemented it are announcing that they're going to implement it, you're going to see a massive pump in these coins like you saw on Uniswap, in my opinion. But don't degen now completely in all these coins, you know, so we have time, you know, do it slowly. I'm slowly also building positions now in these coins. I'm not going completely crazy, you know, so patience, guys, patience. We can do this slowly. Yeah, that's basically already everything for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then again tomorrow.